Hey, greetings YouTube, Performance Reviews, where I give the review from the technician's point of view. And today we're going to do an unboxing of the Hoover Tangle Guard. This is a new upright from Hoover that has some unique features and definitely has a unique sound to it. So stay tuned, and if you're new to the channel, we usually do more in unboxing than what you see most people do in a review. So stay tuned to the end. You're going to learn a lot about this little Hoover. First of all, I love that it has a 5-year warranty. Hoover has local repair shops throughout the country. There's like 3,500 of them. I really appreciate that. And just so you know, this is a model number UH77110. And I'm going to put a link below. If this video helped you, consider supporting the channel through that link. Now, being an upright, this is going to be a little hard to do on camera, but we're going to attempt to do our best and show you what you get in the box, what it looks like, all of that. So this is a trend that we are seeing with Hoover. And as you can see, we have QR codes, 2 languages there, and they put the manual right on top. And I think there's a lot to be said about that because they want you to read through this. They want you to know the maintenance. They even give you a little quick start guide. Again, I appreciate all of that. They even tell you how to use it with the plug. It's kind of a strange attention to detail. So let's go ahead and see what's in the top of the box. Right away, we have the hose. The other thing, Hoover doesn't use any styrofoam. They've been big into the eco-friendly thing for a long time. We have a dusting brush, and this actually has some soft bristles on it. This is not the usual hard dusting brush from them. We have a very small crevice tool. We have an air-driven turbo, and it looks like this does not have the quick open feature of the past, so you will need to use screws when you need to get in there and lubricate that. We have, we have a wand that slightly telescopes. I'll have to see if when the handle's attached or something, if that goes out any further. That's interesting. This is all uncharted territory. We have a clip for the turbo brush. We have the hose handle. And yep, there's a quick start guide on that. Again, I like that Hoover's trying to explain what you're doing. This helps prevent mistakes, returns, things like that. I do really appreciate that. Oh, that goes absolutely the opposite way I would think it would go. And that wand locks in place. Next, we have the machine itself in all of its glory. And that appears to be an empty box. All right, here is everything you get in the box. A wand, a hose handle, a accessory clip, crevice tool, dusting brush, turbo upholstery tool, but not a standard upholstery tool. And then you get the vacuum itself. So that's everything. We're going to go ahead and put it together. I'm going to show you where all the filters are, and then we'll do the suction tests, the pickup tests, and a sound test. So it looks like the wand, which again just telescopes a little. That's interesting that goes on there. Oh, okay. See, there's a gear here. When the wand goes on, it moves this gear like so. All right, that is locked in. That is just a most curious mechanism. It looks like we have space for our accessories, maybe a crevice tool somewhere. I'm not sure where the upholstery tool is supposed to go. Maybe just like that. Yep, just like that. Those come in, and then you can separate them. So it's nice to have 2 separate tools at least. You can go ahead and put the handle on. The handle just clicks into place. You'll want to push this first. And then the hose is curious. The hose has 2 ends. The hose, one end goes down here. And then the end with this little piece, that goes right up here. So it's kind of nice that all this stuff not only clicks into place, but you can unclick it if you need to unclog the machine. So that's a little bit forward thinking from Hoover. Now, something super unusual for the United States is this has a grounded 3-prong cord. Hoovers do not usually have grounded 3-prong cords. As you can see, its relatives are behind me, and none of those have 3-prong cords. So that sure is unusual. However, it's a welcome addition because vacuums create a tremendous amount of static electricity, and that should help cut down on it. I'm actually curious if that will make the Bagless section work a little better being properly grounded. Now, on the card, it seems to tell me not only about the hoses, but it's reminding us about the filters. Well, one of them. There's nothing in the quick start guide about the other filter. So let's find out about the other filter. there is a exhaust filter right here. And this, oh, okay. So this has a tab right here. It's very thin. There is a gasket around it, which is good. But this is the exhaust filter. So this is the part. Don't wash this out. I don't care what the manual says. Don't wash this out. This is fine enough. It will remove the minerals from your water. So what you want to do with this is you want to replace this probably every 3 to 6 months is normal for a machine like this. And that's what you're replacing instead of vacuum bags. Now the cover, I love the old school Hoover logo there. That just warms my heart. The bin release is also very simple. It's just this right here. You have a bottom out and instructions again. They want you to know at least the pre-motor filter's there, which I like about Hoover. And in here, ooh, well that's very Dyson-esque. You have a multi-cyclonic pack that is of a new design that I've never seen before. Man, do I like that. And let's see if that comes out so you can rinse it out. Haha. Man, this is going to make maintenance on your end a lot easier because these cyclone packs get packed with dirt over the years. So what you'll need to do, probably every 6 months to a year, is you'll need to really wash this out and let it sit out of the machine for several days because this takes a long time to dry. The thing you're going to do pretty much every time you fill the bin, usually with Bagless vacuum, is you wash something. Here's the washable filter. It's of a cone shape, which I like. That gives it more surface area and a little bit more airflow. So this is all very positive and cool to see and innovative at the same time from Hoover. And I kind of expect this from Hoover. They've always innovated things in the past, so I expect the same from new products like this. All this snaps together and all this indexes and stuff as well. When you snap that together, you need to just reseat the bin down there. Now the other thing I'm noticing right here is I can peekaboo and just look at the motor fan. That's very different. So the brush switch is right here. You actually have to hold this for what seems like a little longer than 3 seconds to turn the brush on and off. And keep in mind the brush, when it's in the upright position, will default to off as well. So you'll have to tilt back the machine before that brush will turn on. Man, this sure is interesting. So there is a switch on the front that lowers these gates, and those are to allow big objects on hard floor, but the other purpose of these gates is they allow you to push this on really thick pile carpet, or at least that's the theory. We're going to test that. The other thing, gosh, they are taking one from the Panasonic book, is that the brush roller probably has, no, I don't think it has the motor in it. They just made it really big. Making a really wide brush roller like this resists hair buildup, and that's the thing that makes this resist hair buildup. That, and they have one of these power fin things. Again, very sharp. Yes, strange to see it on a Hoover, but those are the design changes they made, so I'm most interested to see how this picks up. Let's see how much working vacuum this Hoover has. All right, I wanted to test it before we do anything else to it because it is a bagless vacuum. It can definitely lose a little power as that filter fills up. It gets 29 inches of working vacuum, which for something like this, it's all right. It's not great, not bad either. More than something like some of the competitors, so that's good. We have the studio microphone connected. I have the Hoover. I've opened the gates all the way, so you're going to hear the real sound of the machine. You're going to see if I can pick up breakfast cereal. I have both some Fruity Pebbles and Fruit Loops. Let's see if it works. I know how much mommy bloggers love it when you pick up breakfast cereal. The machine has a really weird sound to it. It's not quiet, it's not super loud, but it has a weird tone to it. and it kind of bothers me, the sound of this. Might not bother you, that could just be a me thing. More importantly, it picked up the Mommy Blogger cereal, so it does that. Let's see how it does with a little bit of pet hair. Again, this is not a review video, this is just a first look. And of course, we have some lovely vintage Hoovers in the background. So let's see if I can pick up some breakfast cereal and some fresh pet hair on hard floor. We're going to turn the brush off, of course. That seems to do as advertised. Now we need to empty this bin. Keep in mind, you always want to do this outside. Never do this inside. The dust that comes out of here is rather bad for you. I wish this was a bagged vacuum cleaner, not bagless. Just my personal preference. Bagless machines tend to need a lot more attention than bagged machines. And bagless machines typically cost about as much to run as a bagged machine, requiring about the same amount of expendables. Well, what are my first impression of this new Hoover design? Well, the swivel neck feels better than some of the competitors like Bissell and Shark in this price range. The unit certainly has a strange sound to it. It's just the tone of the motor. It's not something that I could probably get used to. So that's just my only thing, is if you're sensitive to sound, you might find the sound a little strange. It has a pretty good feature set. It's not particularly heavy. It's not particularly light. Again, it's very run-of-the-mill. And that was the goal. Hoover has always kind of placed themselves in the middle of the market, and that's what this machine does. So is this the Hoover of yesteryear? No, this is not an American-made Hoover. But this is sure better than the Maytag stuff we saw in the late 90s and early 2000s, and this is on par with a lot of trends in the industry. If you're an apartment dweller or you have a really small house, I don't think you'll be disappointed with this. However, I do like some of the other Hoover offerings a little bit better. Thanks for watching. Check out this playlist at the end. If you really like what we're doing, check out the description. You can buy one of these and benefit the channel in the description. You can also check out our Discord server and our Patreon if you love what we're doing. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.